Shri Radha Krishna Ko Gopna Sam Kund Radha Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Navadvip Dham ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai, Jamuna Mai ki jai, Guru Dwarka Dham ki jai, Swami Bhakti ki jai. All glories to the all glories to the Thank you very much. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Nam.
हाँ हरि बोल। sorry.
Hare Krishna Prabhu ji, Bangalore Pranam.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Dandavad pranam to all. Dandavad pranam.
Okay. So thank you very much for joining. So welcome to all of you. So today we'll have a special session in terms of the common session. We have the devotees who had recently attended our Puri Yatra. I would request them to share something about their realization. It's always blissful to visit a dham in the association of devotees. So before doing that, maybe we can just sing a bhajan quickly. Do you have it, Prabhuji? Jai Jai Jagannath Sachira Nandan. Yeah. Okay, we'll sing this song.
Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachidanandan Tribhuvane Koli Jar Charana Vandan
Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachidananda Tribhuvane Koli Jar Charana Vandan
Nila Chale Shankha Chakra Gada Padmadhar Nadeya Nagare Dandaka Mandaluka
Nila Jale Shankha Chakra
Gada Padmadhat Nadiya Nagare Dandalu.
Nila Chale Shankha Chakra Gada Padmadhar Nadeya Nagare Dandaka Mandaluka
Nila Jale Shankha Chakra Gada Padmadhar Nadiya Nagare Dandaka Mandaluka
Keho bole purave Ravan Batila Kolo ke Ravadhav Leela Prakash Karila
Keho bole purave Ravan Badila Kolokera Vaibhav Leela Prakash Karila
Keho bole purave Ravan Batila Kolo ke Ravadhav Leela Prakash Karila
Keho bole purave Ravan Badila Kolokera Vaibhav Leela Prakash Karila
Shri Radha Bhave Gaura Avatar Hare Krishna Nama Gaura Korila Prachar
Shri Radha Bhave Gaura Avatar Hare Krishna Nama Gaura Korila Prachar
Shri Radha Bhave Gaura Avatar Hare Krishna Nama Gaura Korila Prachar
Shri Radha Bhave Gaura Avatar Hare Krishna Nama Korila Prachar
Vasudev Ghosh bole kori chodahar Jai Gaura Sai Krishna Sai Jagannath
Vasudev Ghosh bole kori
chodahar Jai Gaura Sai Krishna Sai Jagannath Vasudev Ghosh bole kori chodahar Jai Gaura Sai Krishna Sai Jagannath
Vasudev Ghosh bole kori chodahar Jai Gaura Sai Krishna Sai Jagannath
Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachidananda Tribhuvane Kole Jar Charana Vandan Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachidananda त्रिभुवने करे जय चरण वंदन नीलाचले शंख चक्र गदा पद्मधार नदिया नगर दंड कमंडलुकार
नीलाचले शंख चक्र गदा पद्मधार नदिया नगरे दंड कमंडलुकार
देह बोले पूरबे नागर बदिला बोलो केरा बाबा लीला प्रकाश करिला
देव बोले पूरबे नागरिला बोलो केरा बाबा लीला प्रकाश करिला
श्री राधा भावे पे गौरा अवतार हरे कृष्ण नाम गौरा करिला प्रचार
श्री राधर्वादे हरे कृष्ण नाम गौर करिला प्रचार
वासुदेव घोष बोले करी सदाहार जय गौर से कृष्ण से जगन्नाथ वासुदेव घोष बोले करी सदाहार जय गौर से कृष्ण से जगन्नाथ जय जय जगन्नाथ सच्चिदानंद त्रिभुवने करे जय चरण वंदन जय जगन्नाथ सच्चिदानंद त्रिभुवने करे जय चरण वंदन Translation. All glories to the dear son of Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi. All the three worlds offer prayers unto his lotus feet. In Nilachal, he holds the conch shell, disc, club, and lotus flower, while in the town of Nadia, he holds a sannyasi staff and a water pot. It is said that in olden times, as Lord Ramchandra, he killed the demon Ravan. Then later, as Lord Krishna, he revealed the splendorously opulent pastimes of Goloka. It is he who has come. He has come. He has come. Oh, from Braja, he has come to Nadia. Accepting the mood and luster of Shri Radha, he has come from Braja to Nadia. He has come. Now Lord Govinda, the cowherd boy, has come as Lord Gauranga. He has come distributing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Vasudev Ghosh says with folded hands, he who is Gaura is he who is Krishna, is he who is Jagannath.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. This is a very beautiful bhajan we sang today, which really talks about how Lord Gaura, Lord Krishna, and Lord Jagannath all are same. They are non-different. And I think today's topic for discussion, passage for discussion, is also aligned to Mahaprabhu. And also, now I would hand it over to our devotees who had traveled with us for Puri Yatra to share some of their realizations. So can I start with Deepak Prabhu, Deepali Mataji? Well, I would request even the kids, if possible, like Mahi or like Mataji, also to share some thoughts. We have maybe just
Hare Krishna.
20 minutes. Yeah, please go ahead, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. We'll give Deepak Raj Prabhu first.
Yes, you start, Prabhu, and then maybe we can add Prabhu as well. So.
Sure. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you once again for joining our Bhakti Vriksha program. I'm clear, Prabhu, audible?
Yes, Prabhu, yes.
Okay. So every time this yatra means we are looking for our annual yatra from IBC, from our ISKCON Bhakti Center, and definitely yatra experience is blissful and memorable. Can't forget whatever you have done, whatever you have got in this 4-5 days or maybe 1 week, whatever time yatra period is there. So really it's memorable experience and it was well organized. Many devotees are thinking that there will be hot there. It was hot, but not too much it was better than Bangalore, I thought, when we came back. But yeah, now again it is raining, so Bangalore weather is unpredictable. But there it was humid, though the temperature was not very bad. But when you stand in front of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Mai, Darshan, so you will forget everything. So that is what I mean. I would like to share that when we are here in the association of devotees, we are reading scriptures, uh, dis, uh, we are listening katha and about Jagannath pastime, about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but we are just hearing and we are able to relate little bit. But when we go there and when we see those things practically, and then we can experience those things and we can relate whatever we have heard in the lectures and whatever we have read in the scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Srila Prabhupada has explained those things. Like I would say a few examples, like in Jagannath Puri, Jagannath Temple itself, when Chaitanya, we have many of you have heard that Jagannath Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? Just now we have sang that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, and say Jai Gaur, say Krishna, say Jagannath, right? So he's the Jagannath and he's the Krishna himself. But still he was playing the role of devotee. And when he was playing the role of devotee, he is teaching us how to feel separation from the Lord when we are in this material world. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed for 18 years in the Jagannath Puri, so how he was staying, where he was staying in the Jagannath Puri, what he was doing, how he is taking the Jagannath's darshan, everything, these katha, we were listening from far distance. Even there also we had so many kathas. And then when we heard those pastimes, and when we go inside the temple and when we see from where Lord Chaitanya is seeing the Jagannath, he's always standing behind the Garuda Stham. And there we can see there is one pillar where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's hand marks, prints are there. Three dots are there from where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is standing, and he is so much ecstatic. So because of his that ecstatic mood, that pillar has those marks of his fingers. Right from there, he was standing and taking darshan of Jagannath. So these are not only the katha or not only myths or fictitious thing. When we are seeing those things practically from our eyes and we experience that thing, so we can relate that yeah, whatever we have heard is true, and we can see, we can realize. So this is one thing. And another thing where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed in Gambhira, which is also the place we have visited, and a very small room where he was staying. And we have seen his kamandal and charan padukas. We have taken the darshan, and his paraphernalia is also kept there. So we can see practically those things are preserved, and he was present in this Kali Yuga and spreading the love of Godhead, right? And when he met Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, they have a conversation, long conversation, and regarding Vaishnavism and Mayavad. So Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya got defeated, and he got convinced that yeah, Vaishnavism is the best he can get, and he got convinced from the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's conversation. And he followed after that. He left Mayavad and he followed the Vaishnavism. And Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya got the opportunity to see Lord Chaitanya as in Shadbhuj Murti, Shadbhuj form. So Shadbhuj form is what, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has displayed his 6 arms to the Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, where he is displaying with 2 hands is Chaitanya Gaur form, Gauranga form, and two hands of Krishna and two hands of Ram. So he displayed, and Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya got opportunity to see Lord face to face in this, the practical practical experience of this song, what we have just sang, Jai Gaur, Sai Krishna, Sai Jagannath. So that he has displayed, and Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya has established these Shadbhuj Murti even in the inside the temple of Puri, and in that premises also. So 3-4 places he established this form, Shadbhuj Murti form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so that everyone can get to know and experience that this is the reality of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that he is the Krishna himself in the Viraya Bhav. So there are so many things to explain. I would request every other devotees to explain or share their realization. So definitely whatever we are hearing, whatever we are reading, these are coming from authentic, right, scriptures, and authentic lotus mouth of our seniors, our acharyas, and these are real when we see them in practical, right? So thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, it's really an unforgettable, right, experiences. Right? Once you visit the Dham in the association of the devotees, once you hear the glories of that places, right, then it doesn't become just a tourist sightseeing, but you really get absorbed, with your body, mind, and soul completely. And I see a lot of devotees who are in tears, while going away, right, for the Puri Dham. Everybody is thinking that, yes, this is my home. This is our ancestors' place.
Prabhuji, the way you explained, feel like as if we wanted to visit. The way everything is coming in near our eyes, the way you explained, really great. So yes. You have to, yes, Prabhuji?
Yes, actually, there are a lot of devotees, like, because from our Gita courses, there are some members from Bombay, Pune, Hyderabad, and so many members also had joined, right? So yeah, so we are missing all of you. It would have been great. All of you have been there, but definitely looking forward to next time once we have this yatra. I would request all of you not to miss this.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Hemamataji. Deepak Prabhu, Raj Deepak Prabhu, and you would like to add? Any Matajis also, please come forward and share your thoughts. Prasad Prabhu, I don't see.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, can you increase your volume a little bit?
Yes, Prabhuji. Can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Yeah, that's better. Please go ahead.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. So,
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So coming back to this, sharing my experience regarding this yatra, me and my wife would like to express our heartfelt and sincere gratitude to all the organizers, His Grace Harikshatra Prabhu, Achyuta Arjuna Shaka Prabhu, Kartikeya Prabhu, Koti Sasi Prabhu, Vibham Prabhu, and all the Youth Forum devotees, and Bandhu Madhav Prabhu, and also Sudhir Gopal Prabhuji. So Sudhir Gopal Prabhuji, he took a personal interest in explaining each and everything in detail, and not only in the class before visiting the places, but he was also kind enough to come with us and explain each and every detail of the significance of that place. Deepak Prabhu was just explaining about the Gambira, right? So like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed there for almost 18 years during his, when he did pastime in Puri. Like when you see that room, it is very small, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was like 7 feet tall, and you can imagine how Mahaprabhu stayed there to deliver fallen souls like me and all of us. How much struggle would have felt, and he took sannyas and all that. So these things, when I saw, like when I entered that place for the first time, my whole body shook, and like I had tears in my eyes. So, it was a totally different experience. And then like Jagannath ji was so kind, and merciful that he gave us the opportunity to take his darshan. So they do, like in Jagannath temple, Shayana Arti starting from 11 p.m. and sometimes it goes until 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. I know, like Sudhir Gopal Prabhuji was kind enough. Prabhuji was there personally and narrating fast times of Jagannath at around like 1 a.m. till 3 a.m. So it was so blissful to listen to those fast times, and so it was out of the world experience. Being in that dham, sitting next to the altar, shrine of the Jagannath Ji temple, and listening to his glories from Lotus Muthap, senior devotees like Sudhir Gopal Prabhuji was out of the world experience totally. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for taking time. And I know, like, you might be very tired because you attended Shayana Arati almost every day along with Shubhangi, and now then again you both are here taking this class. Shubhangi is singing Kirtan. So this is really this teaches what Krishna consciousness can do. How dedicated you are. So how we can follow you all to grow spiritually and reach others. Thank you really so much.
It was really mind-boggling, right? Mind-boggling. Like so many devotees, you cannot believe. Everybody, they were there at 5 o'clock for Mangalarti, singing together, Gurvastakam, all our morning programs and chanting. Everybody, whoever attended, they increased their sadhana so sincerely, so strongly. And after breakfast prasadam, and then we have like Bhagavatam classes or the significance of that places. Usually all was organized in an AC hall, right? So we didn't have to go out, especially early in the morning or during the peak hot time, right? So that was going on till like noon or so. And then of course you have Jagannath Astakam, dancing kirtan and opulent prasadam, right? And then taking rest for 1 or 2 hours. And then everybody was out at 4 o'clock to different places, visiting different places of pastimes and where Lord had performed. And then once they used to come back and have some dinner, and they used to go back to Jagannath Mandir once again for darshan. And the devotees were so mad, right? They were there till 1 o'clock, till 3 o'clock. Right? Hardly they were sleeping.
Yes, bro.
And I was really amazed, right? Like seeing the enthusiasm of the devotees, that where Lord Jagannath, he's animes, right? He doesn't blink his eyes and he doesn't sleep, because during the daytime he gives darshan to his devotees, and during nighttime he gives darshan to all the devatas. But even the devotees who had gone, they also follow the same model. Hardly they were sleeping there.
Yes, bro.
And once again, early in the morning, they were the Mangalarti, chanting in their devotees, and hearing the classes and singing, dancing, jumping, even the kids. Right. So yes, it's always blissful, right, for entire family. Thank you, Prasad Prabhu. Yes, you're so sincere in various sevas and along with Mataji, and so it's wonderful. Thank you.
Yes, bro. We really enjoyed and released, and it was rejuvenation for us in this spiritual journey. Like we are charged up, like a spiritual booster dose. Now, 3-4 dose booster dose we took. Service until next yatra.
So, yes, these are like the booster, the booster recharger, right? Like that really goes on for days and weeks and months. Still devotees are thinking of that beautiful darshan. Still devotees are thinking of singing ecstatically, dancing ecstatically in dhams, right? Unforgettable. Even sleeping also they have that same thing. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Prasad Pro. Last Deepak Pro, would like to share something. This is your first yatra.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna everyone. It was nice Yatra Prabhu, like the organizing team, and as Prasad Prabhu has mentioned to each and everyone, organizing team has made the Yatra very successful. and all we have went to all the temples and places which was planned in itinerary and all, and the prasad was also very good, and the association of devotees is also very fine. And yeah, Prabhu, like almost Deepak Pural Prabhu has shared the majority of the realizations with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where he stayed in Gambira, and how he met Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and all, and how Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya has got the opportunity to see Shatbhuj room of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all. And also we have went to various temples like Jagannath Temple, Tota Gopinath Temple, Chakat Parvat, and all these, and also the various devotees, the other devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Some names I forgot, Prabhu. And next time I will write in notes. I'll prepare notes as well. So all this, and mainly if we come into Krishna conscious aspect, yeah, I have got some understandings, like we should approach the right spiritual master in advancing the. I have got these realizations in advancing in spiritual life. Like we have to approach the right spiritual master, and also we should have intense desire to meet the Lord, and we should have intense desire to have bhakti, and also we should have faith on words on spiritual master, and we should execute the instructions which spiritual master has given, and we should have undemanding nature by our in our by our mind or thought or our actions. We should be undemanding, and we should have a lot of humility and patience towards the situations or towards others, and we should be non-envious towards other people and other devotees, and we should have the philosophy of serving our devotees and serving other people, and we should have a lot of determination and inspiration in to advance in spiritual life, and to advance in spiritual life and to advance in bhakti. And also some Sudhir Gopal Prabhu has also told some. I have noted some point, like we should not judge others mostly, and we should understand the mood of other devotees, or the other persons. So these are the realizations and understandings which I have made, because Deepak Prabhu has almost covered all the yatra details, everything. So I went into Krishna conscious aspect. So these are the things which I have understood, and I think these are the realizations I have got, so which can be improved in my life, in my thought process, and also these are important even for other devotees also, to advance in spiritual life. And also, as routinely all of our senior devotees are telling that chanting 16 rounds is important. That is, when I was in here in my home, like I used to chant 5 rounds, 8 rounds, something like that, Prabhu. But when I was in Yatra, I chanted 16 rounds. So yes, even I felt lot of benefit. Like after coming from yatra, I felt very recharged. Like mind is very calm and peaceful. Much. So I think I should improve my rounds as well, increase my rounds as well. And these are, and just Prabhu, and Sudhir Pal Prabhu and everyone has told, like to start reading Bhagavatam and all books and all. So I should start increasing reading more about Sri Charitamrita and Bhagavatam and all. So we will learn more details about our Krishna conscious philosophy. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Hare
very
Krishna.
much, Rajdeepak Prabhu. You have taken very beautiful notes and you have really taken it to the heart. Really, really inspired. And how Lord pulled you. Usually, devotees goes there and they pull Lord Jagannath. And Rajdeepak Prabhu, he had booked the ticket, he had cancelled the ticket. But once again, Lord said, no, you have to come. And he pulled him.
Yes.
Right? That's how we say that we go to the Dham by the mercy of the Lord, not with our own endeavor. It's very inspiring, Rajdeepak Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so thank you. We have Vikas Prabhu or Varsa Mataji, and you would like to share?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Yes.
Yes, as I told earlier, am I audible, Prabhu?
Yes,
Hare Krishna.
yes.
as I told earlier also, Prabhu, that visiting dhams alone is like just going there and coming back without any getting any fruitful results. But going dham with devotees and getting understand that this is a place you should, this way you should pray to Lord, this way you should ask Lord for His mercy. That was the most important thing and realization which we got. Even the love of God for His devotees, like Tota Gopinath, right? That deities, that Lord sat down to get the worship from his devotees, where the Swami had got old and he cannot do the seva of Gopinath, and the Lord said, okay, don't give this service to any other devotee. I will be able to, you will be able to serve me. The next day when he went, the Lord was sitting instead of standing. So, and he was surprised and he was able to serve the Lord with his own hands. And we visited all this like Siddh Babul and Siddh Ganga and Gambira, Shwet Ganga, which places even we would have gone on our own. We would have just thought it's a simple lake and would have just gone there, taken the water. And even I remember it, you stopped me, Prabhu, when everybody was going, we should not go to these holy places or holy Ganges river, just and enter it without even praying. So we should pray to all the sacred places before entering in the water and take their blessing. Then we should go. And these are all the things which we were never aware of, and which makes us now intelligent, and maybe our bhakti and increases much a lot. And lastly, even the Mahasagar, where Lord Chaitanya went there and washed the body, which was really exciting. And the and yatra, actually each and every moment you enjoyed, even your own mercy that till 2 p.m. in the night you were giving saying the old realization to all the devotees, and devotees were also not even getting even a single point of sleep, and all were awake till 2 p.m. in the night, and again morning Mangalarti we were all present. So all this enthusiasm, the sleep was, I think, vanished. And Jagannath, when he gave the darshan, and everybody was running. The moment they get say even 1 hour break, they want to run and go to temple and come back. That was the enthusiasm of everybody. Hare Krishna, bro. It was really, I would not like to miss any yatra. And realization, yes, we should be more chanting rigorously and improve our chanting, read the books that is valuable, which books we have, and increase our preaching.
Hare Krishna.
Chanting and preaching. Hare
Thank you, Vikas bro. Yeah, I see that how you, Mataji and Mahi, right? She was so happy. Like even the kids were so happy that they made so many friends. And they were saying that I don't want to go back home.
Absolutely, Professor.
They don't want to miss the association of their friends, right? It's really rejuvenating, recharging, and re-energizing, right, for everybody, right?
And even small children dancing activities, nobody taught them how to dance, but when Mangalarti was going on, the small children, maybe 6, that is 1-year-old children, were also dancing ecstasy, Prabhu.
Yeah. It's all the association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, yes, bro.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Okay, so we have anyone else, Varsha Mataji, or anyone else who would like to share? Any other?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Yeah, like how Vikas Prabhuji was mentioning, by Lord Jagannath's mercy, we got a very wonderful darshan. It was a completely surcharging yatra. Like after 2 years of COVID, we didn't have this big yatra, and it was like so many years battery that was drained. It was getting refilled to some extent. We had like darshan not just via eyes but via ears, tongue, like hearing the pastimes of the Lord and tasting Jagannath Prasadam. We were like walking towards the Lord, so almost all of our senses were engaged. And since we were in association of devotees, so it added more power to the yatra. Like how usually when we visit a temple, we go pray to the Lord, beg and pray, and we come back. But here, since um, we had a few sessions before entering the places, so all the seniors devotee, they had like set the mood, like with what mood we have to enter the temple, how we have to beg and pray, how we have to deal with the Lord's devotees and Lord's paraphernalia. So we were very mindful about that, and that was the best part, because of which we could make the most of the yatra, and we could feel that connection with the place. And even there were so many devotees, around 200 plus devotees, and each and every devotee had carried so many spiritual qualities. And yatra is the best time to learn these qualities from other devotees. Even the smallest of the small kids, they were singing bhajans so clearly, so melodiously. So that was a source of inspiration. And devotees were like, how you were mentioning, they are so selfless. They're doing so selfless service to the Lord. Like the best example of ahituki apratihata bhakti, like how you were mentioning, uh, they are not considering anything. Even in the under the hot sun, in the barefoot, they are walking towards the Lord. And apratihata, that is continuous. Like even overnight, they're staying for Shayan Arti, and early morning again back to Mangal Arti and morning program. So if, not just the devotees, even Lord reciprocates and gives us, he used to give us that strength. Chanting had become very easy amidst devotees. It was not at all a difficult part of the day. Um, Even though we were walking so much towards in the dham, it gave us more and more energy than draining our energy. And even like we saw so many pastimes of the Lord, where Lord also reciprocated for the devotees, like one which Vikas Prabhu was mentioning about the Tota Gopinath. And even in the Siddh Bakula, how the tree shrinked itself just because the tree was a like a twig of a branch of a bakula tree, which was given as a Mahaprasad to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he visited Srila Haridas Thakur, he planted that tree. And that tree had so much power because Srila Haridas Thakur used to chant 192 rounds under that tree. And even when we went to that place and we chanted 1 or 2 rounds, we like felt that potencia, and our chanting was extremely smooth. And when that the tree was about to be cut by other like people of the king, how the tree shrink itself because of the prayers of other devotees who wanted that tree to be still present. So we see that the like these are the examples where we see that if we put like one step towards the Lord will definitely take 10 steps towards us. Yeah, thank you so much for your like continuous guidance in the yatra and for this Sachajing yatra. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for Samataji. So hope you have reached nicely at your home.
Yes,
So,
Prabhuji.
yes, it's been always unforgettable, right? As we said, and this gives us an opportunity to know our family members better, because we spend so much time with each other, right? We got to know so many families, so many devotees. Even though Varsa Mataji has been with us for so many months now, but this is the first time we met her. Right, and there are so many devotees like this we could really meet and really exchange, right? So many beautiful interactions that we had. So so I really look forward, and that all of you also join in our next yatra and have a blissful experience, really feel. And because these are, you can say, the windows to the spiritual world, and these are the really places where you can really experience what is Golok Vrindavan is all about, singing, dancing, chanting, feasting, and and they really like selfless service of each other. Thank you. Any questions, comments before we move to the next part of our program? Any one or two comments? Anyone else? So we have brought so much prasadam, but definitely it's really difficult for us to share. But yeah, like in Jagannath
Separation from Radharani, that actually we were not aware of, which was really a good realization, that in mood of separation, how to
yeah, once you go to Alarnath, we see that how even the stone got melted, with the ecstatic mood of Mahaprabhu, and how where and in that place how Nityananda Prabhu had predicted that this movement will spread all over the world, and the same also with Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, right? And how it is getting fructified over the years.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. So
Prabhuji, please arrange like this type of yatra more so that we all can enjoy and we can at least meet all the devotees, because I'm not aware of all these things, you know. I was not aware of this yatra also, because I'm staying in a Bangalore. I was not aware of this Jagannath yatra. If I would have known, really I would have joined, but I was not aware. Really, I was not aware of this yatra. Just now I came to today. Only I came to know that you all have been to that Jagannath yatra. So next time, please let me know so that I can join, and then.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Meenakshi Mataji, you want to share something? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji, same here. I knew although that you were going, but seems like we missed an opportunity. We should have been a part of this.
Yes, Mataji, next time we'll plan for it. Okay. Thank you very much.
2017, I had reserved the tickets, but some interview came and then missed the opportunity, and that was during Kartik. So maybe I don't know when the Lord is happy.
So one thing is for sure, that once we have the sincere desire, Lord will fulfill that. So what we are trying to bring up here is that please have that sincere desire, and Lord will fulfill that.
Yes.
Okay.
I was working in Bhubaneswar, Jayanti here, Bhubaneswar for 2 years. That time I used to spend very nice year in Puri. I visited, and also I am from Calcutta. I visited Mayapur also. That's what some connection with ISKCON was always there. Finally, after the retirement, and God has arranged such a lovely group helping us to climb the ladder.
Yes.
We have gone to the temple so many times. But Bhubaneswar and Puri is just 60 kilometers. So weekend I used to go there, and very nice.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's always blissful to visit dhams, because that's where Lord had manifested his pastimes. But unfortunately, like even I was telling the devotees in the yatra that, like, though we are born in this pious land of Utkala Bhumi, right? But hardly anything we knew about it. Like, just used to go and come back for darshan. But thanks to Srila Prabhupada and his disciples, we could really understand, the different pastimes and the significance and the importance, right? And how should we really approach the dham also? How should we really, release ourselves in the dham? How should we absorb ourselves in the dham? So that really makes a lot of difference once we go and associate with the devotees. Thank you very much. So Deepak Prabhu would like to say something about Shiksha, some of the devotees, and I would like to know more about, right, like how you progress, how do you really move forward?
Yeah, we would like to know about that.
Okay. Yes, Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Yes, so we have next Shiksha ceremony. Shiksha basically means just as we have in our material education also, different classes, right? We progress from first class to second, then third, and like that. So in our spiritual growth also, we have different milestones where similarly as we have some tests, some exams, here also we have something, some kind of exams or basically milestones, some books we have to read, right? And then we have to do some rounds of chanting. So similarly, in our this spiritual journey, spiritual progress, we have kind of
Krishna Seva.
Yeah. So we have different levels, like starting from the Shraddha 1. So Shraddha 1, everyone already is doing. So this is like Shraddha 1 is one round. So everyone is doing one round, and that's why they are here continuing from Bhakti Gita course to Bhakti Vrikshas. So where we have we are doing this one round minimum, and also understanding Panchtattva mantra, Prabhupada Pranam mantra, Sikshastakam, 10 offenses to be avoided, prayers for offering bhoga, prasadam, honorable. If any of these things, if you don't know, you can just reach out to the Bhakti Vriksha members, and we can help out to get these things. And definitely we should hear some lectures from Srila Prabhupada, mostly from Bhagavad Gita classes, which are there in Prabhupada Vani online. We have, and we are also sharing each week, every week we are sharing Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita lectures, right? So please do hear those lectures and share your realization. That will that is covering definitely from these links only, but whatever is required for these Siksha. So for Krishna Sevak, so now we all are, we are hoping that everyone is doing 1 to 4 rounds. And if not 4, you can gear up for 4 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra daily without fail. And with that, we should also try to read these small books, Beyond Birth and Death, Science of Self-Realization, Chapter 1, Bhagavad Gita as it is introduction in Chapter 1. We have already covered as a part of Shloka a day, but still, if you have not gone through the purports and other things, you can read. Those purports is also important and also recommended to read as a part of this. And then Sikshashtakam, we have elaborated this discussion, or maybe we should say very, very nicely Mataji has explained this Sikshashtakam prayers, right, in the last 2 sessions. So at least if we can't memorize, at least we should try to recite it daily, right? And slowly we can memorize also these Sikshashtakam. And hearing Prabhupada's lecture again from Bhagavad Gita class, yeah. And there are some rules and regulations which we are hoping that you are already following it. If not, we can start. And we have the Siksha in the June. So please try to gear up and try to start these practices so that we can move forward for next round, 4 rounds. And if we have already covered previous things, and we have different levels, Krishna Sadhak and then Krishna Pasak and then Prabhupada Ashray, 8 rounds and 12 rounds and 16 rounds. So if you feel that you have covered many books, and you're already chanting 8 rounds or 16 rounds, we can, you can discuss with your Bhakti Vriksha leader so that they can see where you fit and which Bhakti Vriksha, which Siksha level you can go for. So for now, I think Prabhuji is focusing on 4 rounds. Those who are new and have started 1 to 4 rounds, at least we should gear up for 4 rounds, and we should take the Siksha for 4 rounds, Krishna Sevak. So this will definitely be very nice milestone for all of us for our spiritual journey. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, thank you, Deepak Prabhu. I know our Hemu Mataji, Susma Mataji, and some of the Mataji, they had this question that yes, we heard also from Raj Deepak Prabhu today that we have to approach a spiritual master, you have to take Guru Asra, you have to take initiation, and so on, right? And these are the steps, right, through which we really reach one day, right? Like 16 rounds, minimum 16 rounds, and they read all the books, right? The philosophy also appropriately, and we make ourselves qualified to take shelter of Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual master, right? So I know some of you have been already chanting 16 rounds, but at least start with 4 rounds. Like they take the vow for 4 rounds, but you can continue, right, your 12 rounds or 16 rounds, that whatever you're doing, right? And all your Bhakti Vriksha leaders, they will be sending you this paper, right? And you can do, right, preferably, right, not seeing the books, but yeah, you should read the book and you should just go through it. And please submit it by 15th of May in 2 weeks. Please send it to your Bhakti Vriksha leaders, so that I think our final registration is during that week. That has to be done, for the ceremony that happens at our IBC level, where hundreds of devotees come together and they take this, process, they take this commitment. So once you take this commitment, so we are getting more empowerment. That's what we always say. Ekaki Amar Nai Payavala Harinam Sankirtan. We go in front of the deity, we even go in front of the Lord and say that, Lord, yes, I'm making this humble commitment that I'll follow it. And Lord also will empower. Lord will also shower His mercy, so that we can perform. Though sometimes it might look difficult. Is it possible that I can do every day, or I can leave that? But yes, it is possible, with the blessings of the Lord and His devotees.
Yeah, so these are some of the questions based on the books which we have to read for 4 rounds, Krishna Sevak. So we'll share this and we can complete.
If you don't have the books, like, you can read it online as well. So we'll send you those online links for the books, so you can just go through them and read them. And please try to submit it by 15th of May. Any questions, comments before we move on to our chanting?
books, that books, please rename the books again, Prabhuji.
Yeah, we'll be sending you this slide, Mataji, what Prabhuji has said. Like Science of Self-Creation, only the chapter 1, Beyond Birth and Death. That's the only book that you have not heard of, right? And the Bhagavad Gita, right? So that I think you already have. Right? So whatever you don't, you prefer the online.
Yes, Prabhuji, we have to answer separately in that this thing, or you'll be giving a sort of line in that so that we can continue with that itself, or we have to take it as a new page and then do it.
Yeah, preferably you can just write it in a paper and you can scan it and send it across. Or if you want to write it in a Word document, you can send it across. Either way, we are fine. But preferably, you can just write it in a paper and
then scan it and send it. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? Okay, thank you very much. And I hope that everybody comes forward and takes this next stage of our progress in Bhakti. Like we expect our kids to not get stuck at in the standard 1 or standard 2 or standard 3. We expect them to grow up, right? This is our humble expectation and request also that let's grow up by taking this exam. So this is you can say quarterly events, right? Where we'll have this quarterly exams to move from 4 to 8 and so on. Right, so we hope that we'll go to the next stages. Okay, so let's quickly read the Nectar of the Holy Name. Anand Prabhu, can you read this?
The Nectar of the Holy Name. In this age, Sankirtan Yajna, chanting of the holy name of the Lord, is more important than Vedic ritualistic sacrifices. Since one may easily achieve the highest success by chanting the holy name of the Lord, one may ask why there are so many Vedic ritualistic ceremonies and why people are attracted to them. This verse answers that question. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 15.15, Vedescha sarve aham eva vedya. The real purpose of studying the Vedas is to approach the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Unfortunately, unintelligent people bewildered by the grandeur of Vedic yajnas want to see gorgeous sacrifices performed. They want Vedic mantras chanted and huge amounts of money spent for such ceremonies. Sometimes we have to observe the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies to please such unintelligent men. Recently, when we established a large Krishna Balram temple in Vrindavan, we were obliged to have Vedic ceremonies enacted by Brahmanas because the inhabitants of Vrindavan, especially the Smartha Brahmanas, would not accept Europeans and Americans as bona fide Brahmanas. Thus, we had to engage Brahmanas to perform costly yajnas. In spite of these yajnas, the members of our society performed Sankirtan loudly with mridangas, and I considered the Sankirtan more important than the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies.
Okay. Yes,
both the ceremonies and the Sankirtan were going on simultaneously. The ceremonies were meant for persons interested in Vedic rituals for elevation to heavenly planets. Jatikrita Matir Madhu Pushpitayam. Whereas the Sankirtan was meant for pure devotees interested in pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We would simply have performed Sankirtan, but then the inhabitants of Vrindavan would not have taken the installation ceremony seriously. As explained here, the Vedic performances are meant for those whose intelligence has been dulled by the flowery language of the Vedas, which describe fruitive activities intended to elevate one to the higher planets. Especially in this age of Kali, Sankirtan alone is sufficient. If the members of our temples in the different parts of the world simply continued Sankirtan before the deity, especially before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they will remain perfect. There is no need of any other performances. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.3.25.
Thank you. Thank you. So let's go ahead. Thank you.
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Srivasadi Gaur Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Srivasadi Gaur Bhakti.
Hare Krishna Mahamantra Yajna ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So now let's proceed for our passage for discussion. Let's try to be back by 6:50. 6:50. Deepak Pro, Deepali Mataji, I think Chandan Pro is not available today. He's still recovering from the yatra. So can we assign him to Anand Pro or Sarvanath Pro or your son?